Hello, the Pokemon fan 993 here, back with more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity Blind. So before I go too far into this, I made a small mistake, and I am too lazy to go back and fix it. So what I did was, early in the last video, the game addressed Snivy as male, and because of my overwhelming intellect, I decided to name him Sarah. So that's going to be running gag throughout this entire thing, as I'm going to refer to him at. They're always going to say it's going to be him, but his name is going to be Sarah. I thought you could change the gender from male to female, because you can actually that in Super Mystery, and that's the one thing that I remember you could do, is you can select male or female. I don't think it really matters too much because there's no breeding in this game, and I don't think any of the Pokemon in question identify as male or female. So we're gonna continue what we were doing. Whoop. Hang on a second. My thing just went a little crazy. Hang on. Wow, I am getting almost no frames now for some reason. Excuse me, let me just see if I can fix that. Is anything... Oh, that's what's going on. Okay, hang on. Trying to figure out why my game is... That explains like half of it. Let me get rid of these things. So I'm trying to figure out why it was slowing down. That's mainly because of all the shit I have open in the background. Like, for example, I just closed Steam. So that should bring the game... Unless the game FPS is just crap here, because that could be the thing, too. So we're going to continue and hope that that fixes it. Right now I'm running a 7 PS out of 30. Now I'm at 122. Okay, that did fix it. Perfect. Wow. Night sure comes fast around here, huh? There's nothing here at all. I mean, of course there's not, but... Well, I guess we'll just have to camp out for the night. Brr. Pretty cold, huh? I guess the first thing we need to do is build a house. It's true. If it started raining right now, it would be a real mess. I'd like to be able to keep out of the rain and wind at least. Let's think about building a house tomorrow, yeah? Sleep tight, Ryan. So this is going to be like some of the other missions where I get a weird dream. Guess not. Oh. It's quite aside from before. Morning. Came to see how you two were surviving, You sleep well last night, Morning, Quagsire. And no, not really. It was a little chilly. Sometimes it's pretty tough to stay out of the wind when you got no walls. So we're thinking we'd really like to build a house. But we don't really know where to start. What's the house you're after? I think there should be a Carpenter or 3 somewhere in Post Town, Huh? Really? If you ask them, they should be able to build you a house, Post Town is just a quick walk away from here. Want to check it out, Yeah. Let's go, Ryan. Let's find a carpenter to build us a house. It's kind of interesting that she didn't know that Post Town was so close to this place. This way, Sure is empty. I mean, refreshing empty around here, huh? This way, Well, I try and come along this way here, So Post Town was built as a, nice rest stop for all these Pokemon. Post Town is just this way, Let's go check it out, So, the one thing I did change in between the last swing is I started using my N64 controller. Meaning I don't have as many buttons as the DS would, because you had to take into consideration the C-stick and a bunch of other buttons, but I think I got it pretty much figured out. The issue I was having with the other controller was just it was having a drift, and that was a bit of a problem. Here we are. This is Post Town. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Pretty lively, actually. It kind of makes the town from Mr. Dungeon DX kind of weird. Wow, I expected it to be quieter somehow, but surprisingly lively here, isn't it? This town is quite famous for having the best water. So visiting Pokemon all drink their fill and wash away their fatigue. So that's why everyone tends to gather here. There are a lot of shops and things too. This strange box over here is a deposit box. You can deposit your items and money there and take them out. Take them out later. And there's a general store. You can buy all kinds of items there. There's also the inn and its restaurant. They're in all kinds of places. You should feel free to use any of the other shops you like. What are you doing? You just hit me on purpose, didn't you? That hurt you, oaf. All I do is brush you with my beak. What's the big deal? Don't go throwing a fit over every little bump. That escalated from nothing. Well, they seem a bit touchy. And none of the other Pokemon even tried to step in. Everyone's a bit on edge these days. It seems the strife between Pokemon just keeps growing worse. From what I hear, it seems that everyone's nerves are a bit strained. The Pokemon even think it's because of the spread of the mystery dungeons. But who can really say for sure? You're right, relations between Pokemon are definitely sour these days. More Pokemon are only looking out for themselves. You see how no one even tried to stop that fight just now? There's just no trust between Pokemon anymore. Wish everyone would be friendlier, but it would seem a bit dark these days, Though I wish it weren't. Well, never mind that, You two need a carpenter, right? I'll go have a look around, While I do that, you can check out the town. Alright, thanks, Quagsire. Advice Bulletin. Whenever you're in Post Town or in Paradise, you'll be able to save a record of your adventure from the X menu. When you want to do that, just open the menu and save. Okay, so... Alright, let me just make sure that this is not going to have a lot of drift like the other one did. Just going to move around a little bit with both the analog stick and the D-pad. Yeah, it seems a lot better. Alright. Let's see. Okay. Checking my buttons real quick. What does select do? Okay. So I just want to double check to make sure I'm not lying to myself here. Let's go to status. Okay, it doesn't look like it categorizes each Pokemon as male or female. Okay. So we have some items that we have from before, so we're going to see. We're just going to see what we have here. I don't even remember what we have. Deposit. We have 3 orange berries. Let's deposit at least 1. Alright. Now we're going to go to this shop here. I'm going to have a look, talk with the guy. Welcome to Keklan's shop. How can I help you? Take all the time you like. Reviver Seed, Health Orb, Orange Berry 2-4. Okay, I can't buy any of that because I have no money, obviously. Just want to see what they have. Usually the Keklan shop changes by the day, so... Fights like that happen all the time around here. Sorry. You think I should step in to stop that fight? Well, I wouldn't want to get dragged into it, now would I? That's why everyone pretends not to see a thing. It's pretty sad, actually. The wrapping sure is pretty for a friend gift, isn't it? I bet it'd be great to receive one. Friend gifts. No, I'm not trying to talk to you again. Control stick's a bit touchy. Trying to talk to this herdier here. Come on. There we go. I'd say nay to a Wii gift, but then what anyone would. I'm curious what this is now. This is the gift shop. Here I make gifts just how my customers like them. But right now, I'm out of material for wrapping paper, so I can't open up shop. I'm sure I'll be open again later. So I'm sorry, but could you wait until then? So I still have no idea what that does. Alright, that's cool. Does Snivy say anything? Or does Sarah say anything? Quagsire has gone off to find a... Okay, so he's just... That's what I'll use this time to look around town, huh? Alright. The name's Rampardos. The Box Buster. You got a treasure box for me? I'll have it open in a jiffy. Or I would. But the shop's actually closed right now. I busted up a bit too much. Sorry about that. So, interesting thing. I think that was still... I think that was a thing, and yes, it was. And it explores the sky, darkness, and time. There, you could spend money. You get boxes in the dungeon, and you'd be able to bring them here. And you, depending on the box, you would pay money in order to have it broken open, and they might have items inside. Usually, whatever you break for is usually worth what you pay the money for. So, okay, hang on. You two, good timing. Those 2 timber over there are the carpenters. Apprentices. You should ask them about your house. Lads. Where's your master? What, our master? Do you mean the boss? If you're looking for the boss, he's inside. Your boss is the carpenter, right? You want to build a house. You take us to meet your boss. We certainly can. Come on, then. Don't dawdle or nothing. Looks good. Good luck with the carpenter, I'll be waiting out here, Yeah, thanks. So where's your boss? Is that him? What are you talking about? That ain't the boss. What in the world would look... That would look like a carpenter, huh? Over there's Swanna. She owns the place. She's in charge. You see our boss just over there. That's our boss, Girder. Girder! Sorry. Listen up. The boss has a bit of a vicious temper. Mind your manners. Girder! What? What do you two want? Hey, boss, see these folks here? Huh? What's this? You got some kind of job for me? Yeah, we want to build a house. I think we can do it. We need a carpenter. We heard you were a carpenter, so that's why we're here. We'll of course be paying you for your help. We really need a place to live. Please. Would you help us build our home? So, what do you think, boss? Did you just nod off? Boss? Girder! Alright. I'll do it. Really? Yeah, really. I'm a carpenter, ain't I? We're craftsmen, stick to our word. Thank you. Alright, Ryan. We're gonna build a house. We're gonna need money to build the house, right? We don't have it yet, but we're gonna work hard to save some up. Nah, don't need any money. I want you to bring me something else instead. There's this place nearby called Stony Cave. Go all the way to the deepest part and get me some of the gems you find there. Gems? Yeah, that's right. They're blue stones. Got it? We're gonna need materials to build that house. I need those blue gems to swap for the building supplies at the lumberyard. You spot the gems if you need to go far enough into Stony Cave. Let me see. Yeah, about 5 little lunch to do it, I'd say. All you gotta do is give me some gems and I can trade them for whatever you need. We can build your little house. Alright. We just need to get you 5 blue gems, right? Let's go, Ryan. You know, I gotta say this, though. I understand Pokemon are being not very nice nowadays, but then you come in here and you see the timber. I understand Girder has, like, a temper problem, but it seems like, at least in this situation, it seems like, yeah, I can understand the thing having issues, but it seems like everyone else in this town seems to be pretty nice. Thanks, Girder. Thanks, Timber. Unless they're just screwing with us. That could be a possibility as well. How'd it go, Things are looking up. The Carpenter accepted our offer. We should go save and get the gems he wants. They'll help us build a house. Sounds peachy, You can reach Stony Cave from the crossroads up ahead, Great. They'll be off at once. Timber? What is it? Something's not right. Was there something you needed to tell us? No, it's nothing. Yeah, forget it. Just go and get those gems already. We will, thanks. We'll be back in no time. Okay, that's extremely suspicious. They wanted to tell us something, but they wouldn't tell us. You can reach the Stony Cave from here crossroads, There's one thing to remember. I think you already know it, but Stony Cave is a mystery dungeon. Mystery dungeon. I keep hearing those words, but mysterious things are always happening in areas like this. Like every time you go into one, its layout will probably change, or an undergrowth crest will lead to someplace you never expect. But there are sure to be adventures waiting for you in those kinds of mysterious places. That's the idea that made me want to buy land here. Sure does sound fun when you put it like that, Sometimes you can find rare treasure, and then everything's coming up roses, And then, out of nowhere, you might get viciously attacked by a Pokemon. They're very dangerous places, so be careful, I see. This job may be quite easy as I thought. Then again, building a house isn't easy either. Might as well try your best, You know, Quagsire, you do fully understand the danger that we're about to face, right? Don't you think you could summon up a bit more genuine concern? Nope, never bothered me to concern about anything in my life. Why start now, And besides, I somehow get the feeling that you can make it through anything together. It's rather reassuring, Even if it's based on absolutely nothing at all. Honestly, Quagsire, you are just... Well, we do want to have a house, so we just gotta try anyway. Ryan, before we head out, let's make sure we know what we're doing. Girder wants us to go all the way into Stony Cave and get the 5 blue gems. That's what he said, right? Alright, let's go. We're definitely gonna get some of those blue gems and build ourselves a house. So, my immediate guess about this whole entire expedition is that there's something in that cave that is going to attack us when we get to the gems. For example, I believe it was Super Mystery Dungeon. There is a very early test you have to go on where you have to go, and they said that they wanted to go find gems in the back of a cavern, and basically what they didn't tell us was that there was a Blight back there it was his treasure, and we almost got basically floored. So I'm gonna assume that's what this is. Which one of these leads to the Stony Cave again? Mystery dungeons, okay. I'm guessing this is the right spot. Where will we go? Stony Cave. So the good thing about Stony Cave, it sounds like a rock-type dungeon. I'm gonna get those blue gems. So, having a grass and a water type, there shouldn't be much of an issue with that. I wouldn't think, anyway. Some moves can hit enemies far away. Any Pokemon will use those too, so don't let your guard down. If you want to find out the range of one of your moves, press the X to open the menu, then choose the move you want to check from the moves list, and information will appear about on the upper screen. Okay, there is one thing. Can I do tactics now? Okay. Others. Maybe it's under others. Oh, Pokemon doesn't appear. Okay, so that just shows us. Okay, let's see. Message log, how to play, give up. Okay, maybe not. So, quick save. For those who never played a Mystery Dungeon game before, basically it saves you in the spot you're at. But if you end up dying, it means that you start the dungeon all over and you lose a bit of what you already had. All right, so I just gotta get used to this whole mapping, but this shouldn't be too bad. You're also gonna give me a bit to remember where my buttons are because, like I said, if I was playing on a 3DS, it might be a bit easier. But my buttons are obviously not in the same places that a 3DS would be. So, if you step on these things here with basically that set, I kind of get past it, is if your attack, speed, or anything like that is lower, you step on that and it restores it back to full, back to normal. Joltik. So I don't know if there's a system here that allows you to love your moves, you use them enough, but I'm not seeing a spot for that. So there's a tackle right there on that Jolteon. Jolteon's down, but we'll back use the fusion. Go for assurance on this one. And then leech life, okay. So far, nothing crazy. I used the wrong one. Alright. That's gonna happen probably from time to time. Not a big deal though. So we just picked up 41 Poké-Dollars. Pretty sure that's what they're called in this game. Also, you see there's a green X in the upper left portion of the screen. That shows that tile is there that restores our status. So come up here, dead end. There's two places we can go here. We can go up or down and we can go up. Game actually runs pretty well, even on an emulator. Okay, so me being who I am, I'm actually going to explore the last path here because there could be items or something hanging out there. So we're going to check this out. Another Woobat. Press B for insurance. Got it. And I leveled up. Ryan grew to level 8. Ryan's HP went up by 3. Ryan's attack went up by 2. Ryan's defense went up by 2. Ryan's special attack went up by 2. Ryan's special defense went up by 2. By the way, if you see a number over both our heads, both my characters' heads when they knock them out, it means that's the experience we just got from them. So it looks like coming this way was a good idea because I got the extra money. Ooh, even more money. Nice. So you're going to see a tendency for me, unless I'm in a hurry, for me to explore a whole mystery dungeon just to see if there's anything here. Okay, there's another one of those tiles. Spot down here. And there's another one of those tiles. Okay, so I think I've explored all the part of the dungeon. Those little spots that show where you can go, though, actually makes it a lot easier for me to navigate. I don't remember if they do that in Super Mystery Dungeon. It's been probably about 5 or 6 years since I played Super Mystery Dungeon. I'm currently in the process of playing the original Mystery Dungeon and trying to get all the Pokemon I can. And obviously, with it being an inferior game compared to the new ones, it's actually extremely hard to do a couple things. We're going to keep going. So if we hit 30 minutes on this video before, and I still can't finish the dungeon, and then I will keep playing until I reach the end of the dungeon. Adventure hit. If you don't move, neither will enemies in the area. This means you can have plenty of time to think about your next action. So what that's saying, is it going to explain further? Okay. So you see how we're not doing anything right now. We're just kind of standing here. So until I make a move or I attack, nothing else on the screen attacks as well. So you can plan ahead to what you're going to plan to do. For example, my thought here is to use Water Gun on that Clink that's sitting next to us. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to use Water Gun because it'll be most effective. Wasn't enough to knock it out. Same goes for Vine Whip. Knocks it out, and Sarah grew to level 18. HP by 2. Or HP by 3, attack by 2, defense by 2, special attack by 2, special defense by 2. So early on with these games, you'll get a lot of level up. However, that's just make sure that you don't get stuck by being under leveled in certain situations. But I'm liking the way this game plays so far. Interesting thing, I don't think people talk about the Mystery Dungeon games a lot, but I never really had anyone talk about the Mystery Dungeon games. Like, I've never heard anyone say, oh, this is my favorite, stuff like that. You know what? I take that back. I have heard Explorers of the Sky, and I can understand why it's a favorite of a lot of people. And I played it, and it's a very good game. Unfortunately, I can't make a decision yet on which game is the best because I have not played Super Mystery Dungeon in a while, and obviously I have not finished. I've not finished Super Mystery Dungeon. I have not finished this one yet, so I can't really say in terms of story, or whatever, which one is best. And it seems like every time, if I was to mention that at some point, someone would have to have an argument with me saying, "Oh, you're so full of crap. This one's the best." And it's kind of like getting into like politics or stuff like that. Like, yeah, you can defend one side, but then people start arguing with you. There's problems. I don't even bother bringing that up sometimes. Pretty big floor. Just checking everything out. There's a Woobat right there. He was asleep as well. One shot that Woobat. Alright, what do we got here? Another one of those tiles. Can't go any further, so we're going to go back. Quite far back, actually. Is there a way to... Is there no way to do that? There used to be a way to, Okay. So, if you're in the end of one dungeon, you can actually hold B and it'll actually go through, like, a straightaway. And I'm going to use that for purpose of this playthrough just because it could take a while getting through parts of the dungeons. Okay, so we got to be careful here. So we don't make a move here. He'll make a move, and then he'll move within range. It's a very common tactic with the Mystery Dungeon games. I missed the water gun somehow. Also, I don't know if it's just the original Mystery Dungeon game, but it seems like a lot of moves in this game miss. Like, for example, water gun shouldn't miss. But the problem with the thing with Mystery Dungeon games is that each Pokemon has, like, they determine the power by meters. And water gun, obviously, if every move in this game hit 100% of the time, it would actually make the game kind of less RNG based, which... I'm not going to lie, I have played a lot of Mystery Dungeon, and the game does not need more RNG based. I'm not going to lie, because sometimes it gets so bad. Like, I was trying to train a Rattata to become Eradicate, and one time I dropped in front of two Pokemon, and they knocked Rattata out. And there was another time where I went into what they call I dropped right into a Monster House. A Monster House is a place where a lot of Pokemon appear. And basically, you have to either fend them off or run away. And a lot of times, usually, running away is not an option. And they basically just one-shot the Rattata again. So, and that was just me. I've only played, like, Mystery Dungeon for an hour, and those both happen within that hour. So, yeah, you can tell that Mystery Dungeon is kind of a, You decide to use moves you don't want to use. For example, you can make them only damage moves like Tackle. I already did that. So, when you open the moves, open menu and select moves, find a move you don't want the party member and turn it off. Moves with a question check mark will not be used by the party member. So I'm actually going to let Snivy take care of that, because she was closest to it. Can't move. Adventure hit. With the stuck status, well, I can't move, but it can still use items and moves. The stats will go away after a while. Alright, I'm going to stop doing that. I hit the wrong button, but this should still help me here. Okay, good. Ryan returned normal speed. Okay, so you're going to see the message board down there, which is right below us. Okay, let's see. Another Woobat here. Am I going to get... Okay, I did not get confused. Go for insurance. Looks like Woobat's a pretty common Pokemon around here. Okay, so this is a red door. So, this is actually kind of early on. I don't think it's supposed to happen normally. But you can get keys in Mystery Dungeon, and you can open these doors sometimes. There's items inside. There's a Pokemon, Pokemon inside that would join your party if you open the door, if you talk to him. So, it's kind of interesting to know that. But it's kind of weird having that happen this early on, because obviously by this time you don't have anything like that. It's only the second dungeon. I don't even consider the first dungeon much of a dungeon. I'm gonna guess this one, usually, like, it seems like this probably has about 7 floors, give or take. So I'm gonna just kind of speed ahead here so I can get through parts of this dungeon. Okay, that's basically just a dead end, alright. Now we go all the way back, because now we know. Got the eater right there. Assurance. Dang it. Take that. So I'm going to keep track on Mystery Dungeon, because I'm not going to lie, once I beat the game, I kind of want to play it like on my own, but I'm not going to be exceeding what the story or anything. So, for example, since I've not beaten Stony Cave in this one quite yet, if I was to quit now, I would not beat Stony Cave until after I beat it on on video, on recording. Have to survive that one. Get him, Snivy. Ooh, he is screwing her up, isn't she? Whoops, wrong button. Go for a water gun. Missed. Tackle. Take that. So interesting thing about the Mystery Dungeon games, that one attack that I had that has no PP, it does 5. In the older Mystery Dungeon games, it would do damage equal to your Pokemon's level. And if you defeat a Pokemon without using an actual move that's not that basic attack, it would not get as much experience points. But it seems like in this game, it seems like it's fixed to 5. I'll check. Maybe I'll check a few times to see if it actually goes up or not, but I don't think it's going to. Okay, so there is one item here, and there is a staircase here as well. So we could go on if we want to. We're gonna check out the rest of the dungeon real quick. Okay, this just loops. Water gun, super effective. So sad is to say, I think this one might get overlooked just because it's based around Gen 5, which I've learned very recently that I guess when Gen 5 first came out, it wasn't that popular. But then apparently that stuff that changed because I've gone through a couple polls. Like, you ever come across a poll like on YouTube where they're trying to figure out something, and I've like which Gen 2D Gen game was your favorite, and there was like Gen 2, 3, 4, and 5. And a lot of the times it was Gen 5 that was winning. It's a weird situation because I hear people say that Gen 5 kind of sucked because of the bad designs. And then, of course, you got people saying, well, Gen 1 had bad designs too, but people ignore that stuff because it's Gen 1. But yeah, there's a lot of things. Like, for example, there's obviously, like, they have the what do you call that? What is it called? Not a lantern. A candle Pokemon. A garbage Pokemon, which we actually already had in Grimer. And there's a couple other Pokemon that are just really weird, but people seem to don't take into consideration the fact that Gen 1 had some interesting designs as well, or kind of bland designs. Like, they literally just gave eyes to a Pokeball and called it a Pokemon. That's probably the lowest example I could think of them just not caring about that kind of Pokemon. Unfortunately, Electro didn't get a lot of love until Legends Arceus. So that's something else. But even Legends Arceus, they really didn't do much with him, I don't think. They just changed his typing and made him... They really didn't change his stats a lot. Alright, so we're going to go to this staircase. We're on B5 now. I'm guessing maybe this dungeon has a few more floors. Okay, he's awake, so I'm going to go for a water gun. That should one-shot him. Pursuit, nice, but it did not connect. No, I don't want to eat anything. Alright. Water gun. Vine Whip. Right, so there's 2 items here. There is a health orb. And a special band. Very interesting. So, a special band raises the special attack of the Pokemon is given to. So, let me have a look at both our Pokemon, actually. Okay, so I have one special move, okay? And Snivy has one special move as well, okay? So, we're going to go, because we both have the same amount of special moves, we're going to go by who has the lowest special attack. So, I have 19, and she has 18. So, I'm going to give Sarah the special bow band. Perfect. And then we're going to look at the health orb, see what that does real quick as well. We didn't look at it. It prevents bad statuses and prevents the power up from going down. So basically during that 4 you play that and you can't get poisoned or anything like that. Hang on, that thing just changed. Hang on. There we go. I wanted to get the map back. So far, it hasn't been too difficult, but it seems like a lot of Mystery Dungeon games. If you're over leveled, there is really a lot of difficulty involved. But okay, one of your moves run out of PP. The PP value presents how many times you can use a single move. If you got Max Lister, fully recover the PP of your moves. Be sure to keep a few on hand, which you don't have any. So, if you don't have any Max Listers and you run out of PP for moves, hang behind your partners, let them take your enemies for you. Such you have very good advice that I've actually used several times, a lot. I've used it quite a few times. Some amount of power points in some Mystery Dungeon games I've played. This way. Probably dead end, right? Nope, it leads to a natural small room, but there's nothing in it. Smell dinner cooking. So, I will say maybe early on stats moves are actually pretty decent, but with the exception of maybe like like agility, stand attack, stuff like that, sometimes they're not really worth using unless your Pokemon is unbelievably weak, and doing that might prove a little bit of usefulness. Because obviously, the higher level, the stronger the Pokemon in question actually gets. So, alright. Oh, there's a Pokemon there, Woobat. He had an item, so I'm going to pick it up. So the enemies can pick up items as well, or the Pokemon in the dungeon, so you can defeat them to have them drop the items and pick them up yourself. Not yourselves. Just another, okay, so we have, there's a Max Elixir actually, come to think of it. Or come to say it. Alright, tackle. Perfect. I will pick that up, but I'm not going to take it. So we already explained what that was earlier, so I just skipped past that part. I think I'm about done exploring this particular thing, and I'm kind of running low on time, so I'm just going to skip past this particular floor. Just go right for the next part. I don't think we have very many things left in this, too. Oh, that was the last floor, actually, I think. Hang on, something's happening. Whew, we came pretty far in. Hey, over there. Something's shining. Come on, Ryan. Ooh. Look. These must be the blue gems. They've got to be the gems Gerder was talking about. This does seem to be the end of the cave after all. Look at all we need to do is bring some of these stones back with us, huh? Yeah. Let's pick up some of them and head back, why don't we? Something's gonna happen. Nice. Got 5 here. Alright, let's hurry back to town. Once we do, we'll have Gerder get started on the house. Okay, maybe nothing did happen. Okay, so we made our way through Stony Cave. Would you like to save your adventure? Okay, so I want to see the conclusion of this, and we'll save. And we're gonna hit continue for now. Unless you've had a great adventure today, you should rest before you play more. Okay, so it's telling me basically to take a break. Come on, Ryan. Sarah sure is excited. He must be thrilled to think that he'll finally have him. I can understand that kind of feeling. We're here. We're back in Post Town. Let's go find Gerder right away. Oof. Hey, watch it. I'm sorry, I'm just really in a hurry. Please excuse me. Man, that surprised me. What was that all about? Oh, never mind. Let's go, Ryan. Oh, you got them. The blue gems. Yeah, we did. There were pretty fierce enemies in that cave. We still did it. Good for you. Well, a promise is a promise. I'll build you the house of yours. Yes. Once you give me the gems, that is. Of course. Huh? What is it? They're gone. Blue gems are... What? It's so weird. Noah's carrying them on the way here. No matter how many times I check, they're not there. Gerder. You messed with me, right? You never even went to get them, did you? I guess I can't build your house now, can I? We really did get the blue gems, though. Gotta believe us. Where are they, then? Guess you better just go get some more. Good luck. That's... Yeah, something's not right about this. They must disappear after you leave the dungeon. Still don't... Oh, the fucking Scraggy did it. I'm sure I had them when I came back, you know. That's odd. I know I saw Sarah put them up blue gems in the cave. And Sarah was walking in front of me the whole way home. If you did drop the gems, I'm pretty sure I would have noticed. It's pretty hard to swallow, huh? Wondering about it isn't going to help either. We'll just have to go get some more. Those blue gems. Yeah, so that Scraggy was definitely the one who just knocked into us and stole them. Oh, look, it's Panpour, Pansear, and Pansage. Okay, cool. Another cutscene. Huh? That Pokemon. Isn't that the Pokemon who... That's it. Sarah might have dropped the gems when we ran into him before. Maybe if we talk that Pokemon, he'll know something. What is it, Ryan? What? You want to ask that Pokemon we just saw if he knows anything? Okay. We really did drop the blue gems on the way here to town. And that Pokemon might have found them. If we waste time, we're going to lose sight of him. Alright, pick up those feet. Wait. Please wait right there. Huh. I wondered who was yelling, but I wasn't expecting you, Timber. Sorry, though, no time to talk. We're in a bit of a hurry right now. We know. You're going after Scraggy, aren't you? Scraggy. You mean the Pokemon who just left? It's called Scraggy. Yeah, of course he is. And if you want to know where he's going, we can tell you that. What? Scraggy's headed for Hazy Pass. You'll find him if you go there. Yes, you little punks we think you should go. Go after Scraggy and take back what was stolen from you. So just go get your blue gems back already. Me and our blue gems were stolen. Happened before you two came into the inn. When Scraggy bumped into you from behind, he took your blue gems. What? But how could you turn to possibly know that? We're so sorry, alright? We didn't mean to get nothing by it. But wait. They're long gone. I'm not really sure what just happened here, but Timber told us to get back our blue gems. And that were stolen from us when Scraggy ran into us. Hardly seems there was enough time to steal them in that second, though. But the Timber seemed pretty serious about it. Well, Ryan, might as well go after the Scraggy and see what it has to say. They said he was headed to some place called Hazy Pass. I'm guessing we can probably get there through the crossroads. Might as well start there and see. Let's go. Okay. So, there's a bunch of questions that are popping in my mind right now. Let me save. My main character said that didn't like there's enough time to steal the gems in the amount he did it. So maybe something happened before. Maybe the gems can't be taken from the dungeon. Maybe once you get them. You know what? Try to think of it. In Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, the Loopits, they're the things that you would get on the Pokemon's arm, wrist, whatever. And they would break as soon as you left the dungeon. I wonder if that has some kind of relation to what's going on here. Save completed. Return to the main menu. So there's a lot of questions going on here. About an hour in. It's not looking too bad so far. But I want to thank everyone for watching. This was part 2 of Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity Blind. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.